friends, it's Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the books that I've picked up in October. I've got some vintage novels. I've got some shit I found at the library. I've got some shit from Barnes & Noble. I've got some shit from subscription boxes. Basically, I've just got a pile of shit, which is my favorite kind of pile, right? I'm gonna start here with the books that I got at my library's book sale. There's never really like a ton of shit, you know, but I found a couple things. So this first one here is Lasher by Anne Rice. I found two Anne Rice books this time, actually, and I've read neither one of them. So I think that this is part of the like Mayfair Witch series, which I haven't read, so I don't know for sure, but I know that this involves a woman named Rowan Mayfair. So like Mayfair witches, right? And it says, and Lasher, a darkly compelling demon whom she finds irresistible. So I'm expecting like sexy witch demon stuff. I don't know. I've only read part of even Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles, and that's it. That's all I've read from Anne Rice. So I should probably fix that, right? There I also found The Feast of All Saints. This says, in the days before Civil War, there lived a Louisiana people unique in Southern history. For though they were descended from African slaves, they were also descended from the French and Spanish who enslaved them. They were the free people of color, and in this dazzling historical novel, Anne Rice chronicles the lives of four of their number, men and women caught previously between worlds of master and slave, privilege and oppression, passion and pain. So I honestly have no fucking idea what this is about at all. I know I've heard the title. Oh my gosh, the print in this is so small. Someone named Mickey in 1999 owned this. I love when people sign their names in books. Love it. So yeah, I really don't know what about this. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what to expect of this, but I have it, so it's here for when I get around to it. Then finally I found a John Saul book. This is Creature. This one says, I'm just gonna read this because it's so short. A powerful high-tech company, a postcard pretty company town, families, children, sunshine and happiness, a high school football team that never ever loses, and something else, something horrible. Now there's a new family in town, a shy nature-loving teenager, a new hometown, a new set of bullies. Maybe the team's sports clinic can help him, rebuild him, then they won't hurt him again. They won't dare. So, I don't know. Are they like making mutant high school footballers? Is that what's going on? Because I kind of love it if that is what's going on. It sounds ridiculous. But, so yeah, John Saul book. Can't go wrong with that, can you? I don't know. I really haven't read much John Saul. Okay, so these I did not get at the library book sale, but I found a few like vintage titles this month. This is more like vintage true crime. This is The End of the Dream by Anne Rule. This is her Crime Files number 5. These usually have like a larger central story and then some smaller true crime stories either before or after or before and after. I really like, I just love Anne Rule's writing. I like them because they're usually things I've never heard of before. Possibly because there is not as much content as for the big stories that she writes about, like the full-length novels that she's written. And so, you know, it's just a nice way to hear about a story I've never heard about before. I also found Night Prey by Carol Davis Luce? I don't know. It says he wanted them both, one to love, the other to kill. This is a zebra book, and this is about a woman named Roberta who is being stalked by something, a vicious killer, and somehow her like her younger teenage sister also gets involved with not with the stalking, but with like being stalked. So this stalker is stalking both Roberta and her teenage sister. Oh my gosh, I was so very excited to find The Nursery by William W. Johnstone. This is one that I've seen a lot. However, the price is usually way out of my price range. So I found like a decently priced copy, and this is like a book where they're creating evil babies, I think, which is just absolutely fucking delightful. I'm still too worried about the quality of Johnstone's work to have tried it out. I don't ever hear anything good about his writing as a horror novelist, at least. Like, not for the stuff that he put out with Zebra, which this is also printed by Zebra. So I don't know. I just like don't. I kind of wish I would have never heard anything about it, because I feel like the minute I pick up his book, my mindset's gonna be, this is gonna be a slog to get through, and so I just have never tried it out. But great cover, the nursery, one I've been looking for a nice copy of, and I finally found it. Then we have, I believe this is the 4th book in the, ooh, what is this called? Something, Special X, maybe, something like that, series by Michael Slade. This starts with the book Manhunter, right? Mindhunter? Manhunter? I don't know. I don't know. This is like a serial killer slasher type of book. And then as far as like my vintage stuff goes, this is the last one here, Silent Night by R.L. Stine. This is one of the Fear Street super chillers, and this is about this young teenager, this young woman whose father owns a department store, and it's the holidays and someone is stalking her. I really like this sentence in the synopsis. It says, "Her money can't help her." Love it. It's just so silly. So silly, so over the top. This is one I'm very excited to read this winter. I also found a copy of a book I've been super interested in. This is Inferno. It says a memoir of motherhood and madness by Catherine Cho. And this is a memoir about a woman who has suffered through postpartum psychosis, which is a really serious mental disease. I don't know. It's temporary, luckily. Most people are able to get through it, but it can cause you to possibly do some harmful things if you are not helped immediately. So it can be very dangerous, especially when we're talking about people with infants, you know what I mean? So this is, like I said, memoir of a woman who dealt with that and got through it, luckily. I believe it says that she is the daughter of Korean immigrants, which I feel like could add a really interesting spin on this, because I know not that in America mental illness is treated well, but I know that in some countries it's treated even less well. So I don't know if that's the case for people from Korea, but I feel like that this might, you know, give me a viewpoint that I've never experienced, you know, and that's always really interesting to me in books. So there was Inferno. Okay, then I picked up a couple things at Barnes & Noble this month. First, I bought We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson, and this is about a family who might be murderous, and that's all I know, and that's all I want to know. I still have not read Shirley Jackson's writing, but this one is short enough. I feel like I could possibly get to it this October, or maybe I'll save it for next October, you know, my novella reading thing. So I love this cover so much. I love the artwork. Then I was so fucking psyched to see Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones at my fucking Barnes & Noble. This is a werewolf story, and kind of like We've Always Lived in the Castle. I don't want to know more than that. That's all I want to know. I feel like this book, I've heard it's very hit or miss, but I'm hoping it's a hit for me because I just love Stephen Graham Jones's writing so fucking much. I also picked up a copy of The Devil Takes You Home by Gabino Iglesias. This is, I believe, in the same vein as like Razorblade Tears and Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby, where this is like a hard-hitting emotional crime thriller that isn't your typical crime thriller. And this is about a man named Mario who is taking a job as a hitman and doesn't know if he's going to make it out alive. Gabino Iglesias has been on my radar since his book, I believe it's called Coyote Songs, and I still have not come across a copy of that, neither at Barnes & Noble or like used book hunting. So I think probably at some point I'm just gonna have to buy a fucking copy like online or something, but I was really excited to see this at Barnes & Noble. I snatched it up right a fucking way and I can't wait to read it. Okay, lastly from Barnes & Noble, I picked up Shiver by Junji Ito, which is one of his bind-ups of some of his like shorter manga stories. This is horror. He has some of the like most creepy, best illustrations I've ever seen in my life. But definitely like, not that I am a super like guru when it comes to horror manga, but out of what I've seen, he's definitely like the creepiest horror manga artist I've seen. So his art is so great. I love reading his stories. I've finished what I have of his, so I decided to pick this one up. All right, then I've got a couple things here that came in subscription boxes this month. First I have Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young, and how many, have I just read one of her books or two? I can't remember. Did I read? I don't know. I know for sure I read one of her books, which was like a YA book. Didn't love it, but this is adult. This is about a woman, and it says her life was changed forever when the love of her life, August, was accused of murdering her best friend Lily. And then it says that August returns to her life and she must confront her first love and what really happened about her friend's death. I don't know. Honestly, this was not on my radar at all. But it came in a fairy loot package. Of course, the quality of the printing of this book is spectacular, and I really love this beautiful like pine green color. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the last two books I have here were from a Nightworms package, so you can watch that unboxing. First one here is The Vessel by Adam Neville, and also the anthology by edited by Sadie Hartman and Ashley Sawyers. This is Human Monsters, which I'm very psyched to read. So those are the books I picked up in October. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you have any thoughts. Let me know what you were excited to pick up this month, and that's all I have for you. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.